Welcome back to our final round of Swiss, round number 5 for our Gym Challenge, League Challenge here at Psycho Turtle in Pico Rivera, California. I am Dennis Geisler, with me, Benjamin Harlan. And yeah, we've got two and two players looking to make their way into the top cut here, that 3-2 record. We have Gayle Taylor and Robert Matthews. Gayle with the Fur Giraffe, Ogerpon Heartflame, Whimsicott, Iron Hands, and Urshifu Rapid Strike with the Miraidon, Terrafairy, Choice Backs, Volt Switch, Draco Meteor, Electro Drift, Dazzling Gleam. And Robert on the other end with the Fur Giraffe, Rillaboom, Ogerpon Heartflame, Raging Bolt, Araquanid, and the Koraidon, Terrafire, Clear Amulet, Flame Charge, Protect, Collision Course, and Flare Blitz.
Gotta love the nickname.
Oh yeah, Gayle always has pretty fun nicknames.
My nicknames are always turned off because normally they turn them off on stream, but you know.
Yeah, it's turned off once it gets into game, but it's on for this part of it.
That's awesome.
But Robert's team, I mean, the eye is drawn to Araquanid. It's especially interesting because it's just, I mean, it is in the sun, but also like, if someone decides, oh, I don't want sun here, Araquanid just blows them up with Terra Water, Water Bubble, a Liquidation. Just does so much damage. And then you also have that Rillaboom Ogerpon Heartflame. That's a Miracle Seed Rillaboom and a Grassy Glide Ogerpon Heartflame. So those two are just doing a bundle of damage to you if you get within range of their grass attacks.
Yeah, I think, but it does, in this match specifically, makes it a lot easier for Miraidon to beat Rillaboom. Because now it's no longer AV.
Yeah.
Draco Meteor, even without Electric Terrain, might honestly pick up the KO just because this is a very offensive Rillaboom that just raw Spectral Meteor might just pick the kill. So he's got to be a little more careful about terrain control. And he doesn't really have too much speed control outside of Trick Room. That makes it a little interesting because, you know, Miraidon versus Koraidon, who's faster, obviously have all those speed stats, which train faster. This is the pretty much this is the world team running in the Wonderful Channel, and Robert is kind of running his own spin. Obviously, Araquanid's unique, but not completely out of the ballpark. His wide guard is quite good, and its typing it's a lot by its ability. It just gives it an extra fire. So
yep,
we'll see. It's Urshifu. It's Urshifu Fire Pond versus Koraidon Raging.
Yeah, off the bat, that Raging Bolt is pretty scary.
Yep. You've got Thunderclap Pressure into Urshifu. Obviously, you got Follow Me on Ogerpon to redirect that, but then you've just got Koraidon on the field that probably isn't trying that much.
Yeah, and Urshifu right now, I mean, you want to have Urshifu there to click Surging Strikes, but it's really tough to do in the sun and against 2 resists. And even close combat at this point, I mean, you don't love clicking close combat, and it's not going to do a ton of damage against either of these two. So, kind of an awkward spot to be in. And see, no switches, no Terras. We get to Follow Me out of the Ogerpon. See, Koraidon could try to Flame Charge early now. Just going to go for the Collision Course. That will do some very good damage to the Ogerpon. A critical hit, and that'll pick up the knockout.
This is probably an electric move here, so I think this Urshifu
got it, man. Yeah. Went for the Surging Strikes into the Koraidon, maybe predicting a Terra Fire. It does no damage.
Yeah, that's resisted and sun. That's literally the best 2 ways to nerf an Urshifu damage. So, yeah.
I guess it's totally fine because he needed to break Sash anyways.
Yeah, and it covers from Miraidon's with.
Yeah, and not only that, but now you can cover it with Thunderclap. So, pretty good, all things considered. Miraidon does come in now. And, I mean, at this point you do force Koraidon probably to Terrastalize because Draco Meteor and Dazzling Gleam will both destroy Koraidon if it does not Terrastalize or switch out. And it just switches out.
Yeah, it switches out. That's why I was like thinking maybe Urshifu stays in and tries to call the Rillaboom switch in on the Raging Bolt slap, but that is better play. We're gonna see, does this Rillaboom eat a Draco Meteor? Because if it doesn't, then Miraidon can possibly get back in and get the terrain control for the Bottle with paint?
I could paint for a giraffe. That sounds fun.
You'll see Terra Fire. Oh no, Terra Fairy. Right on, which makes sense. You don't want to eat a closing course here.
Well, and you also don't want to eat a Dragon Pulse here out of the...
Ooh, we're going to see a Terra Fairy under the Raging Bolt.
Yeah, which makes sense. Repeat the previous point.
Yeah, don't...
about not eating...
The dragons don't want to be hit by each other, so... Interestingly, we know that Gayle didn't target into that, so let's see. Robert also didn't target into it.
Ooh. Misses!
Oh,
no,
wait,
it went to Raging Bolt, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Raging Bolt gets that real free snarl off. Feels great.
Wow, I did not see that. The last time I looked at her screen, I thought it was I thought her two targeted the room. All right.
Now a very awkward spot for Gayle to be in. You've got your -1 on both of these two. You're locked into Draco Meteor. I mean, you know you can click Draco Meteor on the left slot, but it feels pretty bad right now.
I mean, I just don't know after. I don't know after Snarl. The Helping Hand does kind of neutralize out the Snarl, so maybe Draco Meteor picks the kill.
Yeah, I guess the positive end. This should get rid of the Rillaboom.
Yes, it does.
With the Helping Hand, yeah.
But now Miraidon can switch. I don't see a way.
Yeah, assuming Raging Bolt doesn't knock out the Farigiraf somehow this turn, which... That's a lot of damage. That is a lot more damage than I thought I was going to do. Which I guess it makes sense because it's not. It's a neutral hit, and I'm used to seeing that as like a double resist. But
and Protoss as well.
I mean, at this point,
just
even though like I don't know, I think Robert's just making too much progress at this point. Like, there's not a whole lot you can do about Raging Bolt clicking Thunderbolt right here.
Yeah, I mean, Farigiraf it might live the turn, but to be honest, Sun boosted Fire Pond is so much.
That's the thing, is you could just click Ivy Cudgel Thunderbolt into whatever slot. Well, probably not. You don't want to Ivy Cudgel the Urshifu. That still does like a lot of damage, even though it's at -3. But I think that's the last -3 Draco Meteor might be able to do. Farigiraf takes it with 2 HP, but that is a...
drops, yeah.
That is a small benefit. Well, it is actually noticeable because it means that you can't use either of those priority moves next turn. Farigiraf does get the foul play, but it's not going to pick up the knockout. That actually... Oh, man.
Yeah.
For a second, I saw the world. I guess the problem is that no matter what happened, I don't think there was a world where Urshifu was going to get Koraidon.
Yeah, Koraidon just outspeeds and... Yeah, just knocks out. But that was a electric seed boosted Farigiraf taking well over 60% from Ivy Cudgel. That is just a very powerful attack.
Yeah, it sure is.
This game is pretty locked up. There's not much to do here. He kind of one Pokemon attacks one slot, the other.
Yeah.
Ooh, Grassy doesn't.
Can't do that against the Farigiraf.
Can't do that to the Farigiraf, but it doesn't matter because Farigiraf goes down here. So. Yeah, and that's the tough part of Urshifu in this matchup. It's just the sun's always up, and so it's going to have a hard time doing really significant damage.
Sun is down now, but Thunderclap.
Thunderclap and Grassy Glide.
That's true as well, yeah. There's the Grassy Glide. Don't even need the Thunderclap. Robert Matthews with the Game 1 victory. I mean, even against the Farigiraf, we saw the value of all that priority that Robert has on this team.
Yeah, because that means the Farigiraf has to live the onslaught, and with a lot of, Koraidon being boosted by the sun, Fire Pond being boosted by the sun.
Yeah, and even with Rillaboom getting leveled by Draco Meteor, it still provided a lot just by getting grassy terrain down.
Yeah, and Gayle needed to switch out the Miraidon on the turn to Draco Meteor.
That's the thing, and that's the big reason why these Miraidons have Volt Switch, is that whenever Rillaboom comes in, you can Volt Switch out and then come back in and have your terrain back, and
yeah, it's just tough because you've got the you gotta actually kill the Rillaboom.
yeah.
You can try and pivot around it a bunch, and obviously if it's not Assault Vest, you actually do quite a bit more damage with Full Switch.
Yeah. And at that point you have to then consider, okay, what do I even have on my team that can deal with this? Which there are plenty of things on the team that can hit it. I mean, you have your Hard Flame, Bergerath Foul Play does a pretty decent amount of damage. You have Psychic Noise as well, just to reduce the healing that the other team is able to get. So we'll see how Gayle decides to play around it in game number 2. Remember, this one possibly for being in Top Cut. Both these players in 2 and 2. The winner gets to 3 and 2. See the Electric Dragons on either side, as well as the Bergerath for Gayle and the Hearth Flame for Robert. So a bit of a different lead for Gayle this time. And we'll see once again how they want to play out this matchup between the Raging Bolt and the Miraidon, because I think we saw in the last game Raging Bolt had the better end of things, and for kind of obvious reasons, but simply just being that Raging Bolt has Snarl, while Miraidon has kind of a bunch of moves that are a little awkward to click against Raging Bolt.
Yeah. I mean, then that we saw in that game 1, just Terra Fairy right into a Trickle Meteor. Lost a ton of momentum there, just giving up your damage for a turn into a Terra.
Yeah.
So that's tough. I mean, you sometimes want to call your opponent bluff. Maybe they don't try and cover for it, but this time we're just going to see immediate Terra Fairy. No switches, obviously, so we'll see what locked into. And it looks like it's going to be probably
going to be Terra Fairy for Terra Fairy again. Yep, sure is. See how differently this one goes. Although again, it's pretty easy to just click Snarl. We'll see the Helping Hand here.
We'll do quite a bit. Actually, 2 Helping Hands might just KO. Oh, never mind. I was about to say, the 2 Helping Hand boosted Dazzling Gleams might KO Fire Bomb, but it protected.
Certainly won't right now. We'll see the Dazzle. Okay, let's see what this Dazzling Gleam does.
Assault Vest, Raging Bolt.
Neutral hit.
So holy cow.
That's a crit. And crit certainly matters there, and the Snarl will affect things.
Snarl will lower the damage output, but I just don't think it's enough. With that crit now, I just don't think I can live another hit. I mean, that's so much damage.
I mean, and not... it's gonna be... Yeah, it's... that's tough. That's tough. Although at the same time... Yeah, we're gonna see the Helping Hand again. Let's see what this does. Let's just wait and find out. At -1 now, and probably won't crit. And Raging Bolt does get taken down.
But Ogerpon does take...
Okay chunk.
Yeah, but Ogerpon now doesn't get 2 shots because of Snarl.
Yeah.
So it would have been a 2-hit KO without Snarl, now it isn't.
And frankly, Ogerpon just gets to launch out the Cudgel now. It's gonna go into the Miraidon. And that does good damage. Here, ooh, Koraidon on the other end now.
Yeah, and this is tough because we already saw how much damage Ivy Cudgel did, so I don't think, even if Gayle wants to go the Trick Room route here and switch out Miraidon into hands and then Trick Room, like, it's just going to be tough to do because you do not have the health left. Although she is assuming she's faster, so she's faster than Koraidon.
I think she is, but I think the obvious play is the Koraidon Protect here, and then Ogerpon is going to pick up the knockout with the Ivy Cudgel. Same time, you're bleeding so much HP.
Well, I think the Miraidon goes down here. This could have been an opportunity for Trick Room, but yeah, it's just going to go into Miraidon and
You do get the Miraidon out of the way if you're Robert, which is very important. And your Koraidon is still at full HP. And see, a lot of times, I mean, that can be the difference, is you just have your restricted. And frankly, I mean, the Bergerath has Psychic Noise, but it's kind of on the slow side. And everything else is going to struggle a little bit with hitting Koraidon.
Yeah, you can fake
particularly.
Yeah, but then you already you got Snarl there, so Bergerath's going to do even less.
Yeah, that's also true. So, I mean, you can fake out, you can try to hit it for some damage, but yeah, Ogerpon has the ability to just go for a big Ivy Cudgel, probably into Bergerath here. Should KO.
Oh, yep, and no terrain. Ooh. So, no terrain for this game. Hands loses the damage boost. But, call the Protect on the Fire Bomb. Let's see if he gets it right. and then she gets it right. So she gets a little bit of free chip damage into Rillaboom and gets a Trick Room, which I don't know if that will make enough of a difference just because you now have Rillaboom on the field and Grassy Seed. Your terrain boosted Woodhammer, so.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Furdraft does have the Electric Seed, so it is a little boosted, but
yeah, you can go for Foul Play here. The problem is, what's a very interesting speed interaction here is who is slower between Iron Hands and Furdraft, because you want a Foul Play to go first if they go for Follow Me, and then you Foul Play, KO Ogerpon, get some damage into Rillaboom, and at that point,
Iron Hands is slower.
We'll see. Look at the stats here. Iron Hands is...
I think Iron Hands is slower.
Iron Hands is actually much slower.
Yeah.
This Furdraft actually is.
Yeah. A little speedy guy.
So
just goes for the Helping Hand.
Just goes for Helping Hand.
Which, that actually kind of concerns me, because I think you kind of wanted to get rid of that Mold Breaker.
Oh, yeah! Wow, we both totally forgot about that. Okay.
Well, it didn't do that much damage to Iron Hands in any case.
That's why Fire Pond with Grassy Glide is so difficult.
That's brutal. That thing's brutal. There's the Woodhammer.
Wow, I was about to say, man, not killed. Nope, that's okay.
Wow, yeah, Miracle Speed. That's really good. And that'll... I mean, it changes the complexion of the game a little bit once again. Now we just have the... Yeah, that's the Ogerpon in the back for Gayle, and then the Koraidon coming back out for Robert. That does mean the Ogerpon's going to be boosted.
Yeah, you have a pretty safe Ivy Cudgel into the bus lane. The problem is that, can you get past Koraidon? And Rillaboom's faster than you, so...
That's the thing, is I think Rillaboom is going to... I mean, it's a question of whether Woodhammer gets rid of Ridgeraf.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know the answer to that question. Probably fairly close.
You just Psychic Noise into the Koraidon here, yep.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
Ooh, it has Protect.
Yeah, it could be a double Protect here to stall out the turns. No, it's Psychic Noise.
Yeah, that's some decent ship and no Grassy Training.
Yeah, which is pretty significant if you're trying to slowly bleed this game out. If you're trying to slowly bleed out the HP, particularly of that Koraidon. We'll see what it wants to go for here. It's Collision Course into the Ogerpon. That should do a lot of damage. Yeah, that is a lot of damage.
But Furdraft's getting healthier. He's got a better chance now of living this attack.
Yeah. But at the same time, you do need both of these Pokemon still around.
I think she makes the same play. Obviously, would have been nice to double into the Koraidon there.
Ooh, Furdraft with the Helping Hand of the Ogerpon. I don't love that play necessarily, because
Woodhammer, that's not
Woodhammer. No, not enough. Oh, that's a scary choice.
Yeah.
Ivy Cudgel is absolutely going to pick up the knockout the other direction. I think it would have done it without the Helping Hand, so with the Helping Hand, I don't know if it was necessarily needed.
Yeah.
And now the Collision Course. We'll see how much this does.
But now, Fire Palm Roses another day, and that did very little.
Yeah, and
wow.
I think, now the sun is down.
And
I think that there was
more turns.
Yeah, I think there was a possibility for
Psychic Noise on that last turn.
Well, not only that, but I think that if Ogerpon was dealt with more intentionally, if it was the other order of attacks, if it was the Woodhammer into the Furdraff and the Collision Course into the Ogerpon, I think that Robert probably takes this, and now we're gonna slow play this one a little bit here.
Yeah, the only tough part is that not going for Psychic Noise there, you did need Helping Hand, and so the issue is now Psychic Noise, now it gets to heal Grassy Terrain here, which that could be the difference. I mean, you've got a resisted, non-boosted move, and a -1 Furdraff.
Yeah, it's awkward, it's awkward.
I think we will see...
I think you want to get rid of Ogerpon first, and now Trick Room ends, so you can... And the Grassy Terrain's gone. But now that Trick Room's gone, you can go for whatever... but... Ogerpon has Protect, is the problem. It's so awkward doing this. There's a Spiky Shield. Robert reading this or not reading this could decide game number 2 here. And it is the collision course into the fur draft. That's a good read. That's the thing, is that you're not actually taking
Another crit. Wow.
Alright, well, that crit's gonna end things.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I think Gayle made the safe play. All they have to do is you just get up Trick Room, and then she just clicks, Ivy Cudgel and Psychic Noise, and I don't think Koraidon can beat that 2-on-1 just with Ivy Cudgel and it would have to eat another 2 more Psychic Noises and an Ivy Cudgel. I just don't think it can win that game, but that crit guarantees the win, and Robert will go to 3-2.
Goes to 3-2, has a shot at top cut now. We'll see how that comes out, but yeah, I mean, first time we saw Koraidon today, I think, on stream, and I mean, and the thing we've seen a lot of today is Hearthflame.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of that, and we've seen a lot of the Ivy Cudgel just do so much damage. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's on my shirt right now that I'm wearing.
Yeah, that's the reason why. I mean, I think we've seen everybody. I think we've seen every single major restricted right now, except for Tropicos.
Yeah. I don't think we've seen Kyogre on stream yet.
No Kyogre. We have Kyogre here, though.
We do have a Kyogre here. I don't know if Abby's in top cut. We'll find out. We're going to tabulate the top cut real quick, and then we will come back for the quarterfinals. Don't go anywhere.